May I come in, sir?
Please come in.
Is it?
You are supposed to greet everybody.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Ravindra, you've appeared before this board before. Yes?
Yes, sir.
But you have not followed the advice given to you?
To an extent, sir. I've worked upon it.
No, but the first one was that you should be formally dressed.
Yes, sir. I have given the order and it's still not come.
Okay, that doesn't matter. Now, give a brief introduction, please, for the benefit of the panel.
So, my name is Ravindra Pratap Singh Shekhawat. I have done BTech in Chemical Engineering from IIT Kharagpur. I belong from Jodhpur, Rajasthan, and my interests lie in practicing heartfulness meditation and bringing innovation in governance.
Right. Now, are you aware of these terms? Phishing, wishing, smishing, and quishing.
Yes, sir.
Can you define them for me?
Sir, not all the terms, but I believe they all relate to cyber security related aspects. Especially phishing is related to some unwarranted emails or messages that come in order to leak the data which can be utilized for gain of some non-state actors or anyone else.
What about wishing, smishing, quishing?
Sir, I have no idea about it.
Okay. Wishing is when you do the same, it's a cyber crime through voice cloning. Smishing is through SMSs, and quishing is through QR codes. Right? Have you heard of the term Chuha Khanik?
No,
It
sir.
was in the news because of rat hole mining.
Yes, sir.
So tell me something about rat hole mining.
Sir, rat hole mining is a traditional or maybe ancient technique of mining practiced. It is very environmentally dangerous and also for the laborers that are working. So I know this much about it.
Why was it in the news recently?
Sir, as a measure of last resort, it was practiced for Uttarakashi, like the rescue of 40 people that were trapped inside the Uttarakashi.
Was it 40 or 41?
Sir, I'm not sure about the figure, but it is around that.
It was 41. And where did this tunnel collapse take place?
Uttarakashi in
Uttarakashi is a district, right?
I am not.
Silkyara?
Silkyara tunnel. Okay.
My final question to you, I would like you to respond to this statement of mine that the civil services have failed the nation.
Sir, civil services is the steel frame of governance in India, and blatantly telling it failing the nation highlights all the negatives that has occurred because of civil services in India. Presently, in the social context, if we see the parameters of education and health are not that great, which leads to this notion of failing the system. But I would differ from it. I would support that civil services have played a major part in governance aspect and implementing rule of law, and it has led to the present status of one of the fastest growing economy, whether in field of space or maybe defense, administration, health, education. I think we need to be more patient, as well as there is need to correct for civil services, bring in more reforms so that it can be part of the growth story of India.
Thank you.
Ravindra, you have done anthropology.
Yes, sir.
Tell me whether the humans were bipedal first or they had larger brains.
Sir, as per my understanding of the subject, humans were bipedal first because the actual scientific analysis of Australopithecus, which happened, was first erect ape-like hominid which existed. So, and later, as he progressed from around 4.2 million years ago, the capacity of our brain increased as we evolved.
What is the name of that thing that the fossil that has been found, and you know where it was found?
There is discovery of Denisovans and Neanderthals, which are in the human lineage only. And talking about Denisovans, it was found in a cave in China.
No, then I think we are talking of two different things. Have you heard about Lucy?
So I'm not aware of it.
It was found in Africa, and that was the first sign which showed that humans were bipedal first. I think then you are referring to something different. Okay, why did Prime Minister's visit to Lakshadweep make such a big headline?
Sir, Honorable Prime Minister's visit to Lakshadweep only was a focus of maritime interest, increasing the maritime interest and getting a know-how of all the islands which we have in our neighborhood. But it has unnecessarily sparked a diplomatic tussle due to varied reasons, sir.
So, what diplomatic tussle are you referring to?
Sir, Prime Minister's visit was about highlighting the importance of Lakshadweep Islands. But on social media, especially Twitter, which is called X, some officials of the Maldivian government, they made unnecessary remark on PM's visit, and that created a diplomatic tussle.
How will you explain India-Maldives relationship in the last 6 months?
Sir, the present government, which has come last year only, it has a India out kind of campaign, like anti-India stands, and this has brought a certain level of friction in the relation. But being the closest neighbor and the largest economic impact that India has.
What kind of impact India has on Maldives?
It has the major chunk, it contributes the major chunk of the economy. It is the largest trade partner. It provides the most number of tourists. It has provided aid in circumstances like COVID and some water crisis that has happened in 2014. So India has been a growth and a provider of...
When Maldives says India out, what exactly do they want out?
Sir, they are referring to the whole holistic impact of India in the island, because every nation wants...
No, that's not correct. Think again.
Referring to the 88 military personnel.
80.
Yes.
80 or 8? What did you say?
88.
88 military personnel. And why are they posted there?
Sir, to provide military support to the island.
How will you explain to a foreigner about meditation?
Sir, meditation is our Indian heritage, which involves going into the self and realizing our purpose, basic purpose, and our motivations in life. It is a self-reflection which is done purposefully to gain more awareness and consciousness in the present moments.
Wouldn't you like to link it to ancient Indian culture?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you should start from that.
You mentioned the word steel frame regarding the civil service. Who actually used that word originally?
Sardar Patel, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
It was David Lloyd George who used it in 1922 for the Indian Civil Service, ICS. Is wrongly attributed to Sardar Patel. That's one. Second, what exactly is a civil service?
Civil service is that arm of government which deals with civic administration, providing basic services like health, education, and basic law and order. Everything dealing with civic aspect of governance related to civil service.
Tell me some parts of the government which are not civil service, except politicians.
Sir, there is defense services which the role is played by army, and internal security aspect which is played by central security services.
They're not civil service?
Sir, they lie in the domain of security. So their rules and regulation acts are different.
So by your logic, even the Indian Police Service should not be civil service.
Sir, it interacts with day-to-day life of law and order.
Then what about the RPF?
Sir, I have no knowledge on that.
All right. Now, I'm finding from various candidates' hobbies, these days youngsters have very fancy hobbies like mindfulness and heartful mindfulness, etc. What happened to the good old hobbies like stamp collecting and coin collecting? Why don't people go back? I mean, what is the issue?
Sir, stamp collecting and such collecting hobbies are also there, but presently in the stressful environment that we are in, there is an increasing case of people going into the traps of anxiety disorder, or maybe.
What is causing this anxiety?
Sir, lives have become more stressful in the past 10 years.
What has happened?
We are being surrounded by social media and related judgments. For example, if we suppose post a picture, we may be judged on our appearance, on everything.
So ignore the social media. Why go on social media?
Sir, people have a habit of showcasing their lives, and especially when a celebrity posts something, we tend to compare ourselves to that level, and we want to become like that. So this habit of rat race in whether it is appearance or maybe financial.
These days I also find young civil servants portray themselves on social media as sort of gods. Do you think serving civil servants should be allowed to be on social media, showcasing themselves?
So there are two aspects related to it. First is related to freedom of expression, which every person.
The moment we join the civil service, our freedom of expression gets restricted automatically.
I'm talking about that only. Sir, on the policy front, or maybe from a citizen front, a bureaucrat or any person is allowed to put his views on cricket, suppose, which is a.
No, I said showcasing themselves.
Yes, sir. It should be related to those aspects which are related to personal matters. For example, enjoying cricket, or maybe visiting a place, tourist, or exploring some new places, which develop the personality of the civil servant. At the same time, related to political aspect, or maybe the law and order things, civil servant should be neutral and should not post such thing, and which is covered by our civil service conduct rules also, sir.
Can you name one civil service conduct rule, the formal name of it?
Sir, it is All India Service Conduct Rules 1950s something. I am not exact out.
Okay, my last question to you. I've been to IIT Kharagpur once or twice. I was invited there. Huge campus, correct? And very isolated, right? Now, can't so much of land which is just vacant land be put to better use?
Sir, IIT Kharagpur campus is the largest campus in whole of Asia, and we also have the largest library, and which points to this factor that we have huge space to create the largest infrastructure, or with the largest laboratory, which can be helpful to all the students, and it becoming a education hub.
Done. Thank you.
Nowadays, when we go to a petrol pump, no, we get ordinary petrol, we get 95, 97, 100 octane petrols also. Okay. So, what's the key difference? And the price differential is very high.
Sir, the petrol is graded based on the quality of refinement that is done. A normal petrol might be not up to the quality that is required. Some vehicles need better quality. For example, if I am driving a Ferrari or a Mercedes, I want high grade petrol.
Okay. But why should I spend so much of money? Why it is available in Delhi, for example? No, not everybody is driving Ferrari. So 100 octane petrol is available in most of the Indian oil outlets in Delhi today.
So still people have this habit of judging everything that we purchase, and a high class person would need high class things, or that price factor affects him, and it is also a marketing strategy of the companies.
So why it is available? If it is pricey, people will not buy. Why it is available all across?
Sir, I'm not aware of.
Okay. Chalo. So, as a chemical engineer, okay, there is a lot of talk that inorganic and organic chemicals also are one of the highest pollutants on this earth. Okay, so there is an interest towards chemicals of biological origins. Okay, plant-based mostly. So, do you know any initiative in that regard, which at global level or at India level has been taken to promote plant-based, for example, chemicals?
At present, I'm not able to recall any such initiatives.
Okay, no problems. Now tell me, okay, coming back to your subject of anthropology, okay. So, as our colleague asked you about the evolution of human brain, took place in a very fast manner after a certain age. Okay? So, what is that from the point of view of the chemistry of the local place that could actually stimulate sedentary type of living, agriculture, with which a lot of nutrition come to the human brain, and the human brain developed very fast?
Sir, I'm not exactly aware, but related to brain chemicals, it might be function of serotonin or dopamine, which are pleasure and
No, that's very different. I'm talking about the chemistry of the local place, the earth, yeah, land.
sir, protein and such substances, if consumed, might provide more growth to brain and other parts of the body.
Okay.
Ravindra,
Yes, sir.
in your introduction, you mentioned innovation in governance. Okay, you come from a state where female infanticide, child dropout ratio, child marriages are like highest ever, and there has been instances where reports have found clinics have innovated in the female infanticide thing.
Yes, sir.
Like if there would be a girl born, they would give a call on Sunday. If there would be a boy born, they will give a call on Tuesday. What kind of innovation you will bring here?
Sir, I was not able to understand the last part. If you can.
Clinics,
Yes.
while reporting, like they have innovated in the sense, like they officially cannot tell you
Yes,
if it is a girl or a boy. So they have innovated in their sense. Like if there would be a girl, they call on Sunday. There has been reports. If there would be a boy, they call on Tuesday.
Okay.
What kind of innovation will bring here in this kind of society?
Sir, this case relates to the superstition aspect, where particular days are put for.
I'm just asking the innovation part. You told, na?
Yes, sir.
You speak about that innovation in governance. You said the first line over here when you came.
Yes, sir. Innovation can be brought by technology, and especially when we know the clinics that are practicing such unlawful or illegal or unethical acts. We should put up use of artificial intelligence to gain a pattern, what districts are following it, what specific areas are following it, and have this invasive camera or detectors which curb these practices, especially on the law enforcement side, sir. Sir, I would introduce various technologies which can curb it to the maximum extent.
So you think this is an infrastructure failure, the female infanticide and all. This issue is related to infrastructure failure.
Sir, it is most probably linked to the detection aspect. We are not able to detect the crime that has been connected. For example, the female deliveries that are taking place, we use the same instrument, the sonograph, for detecting the pregnancies. At the,
Okay, okay. Your optional is anthropology. Tell me the difference between social anthropology and sociology.
So they are very much connected, as much as Albert Kroeber has used the term as twin sisters for both of the subjects. But I would say that social anthropology views society from the human aspect, whereas sociology talks about the group of people or the community that talks about the group aspect. So the direction is different, but at the present moment, both are converging to use each other's experience to gain much more understanding of these subjects. Sir.
Okay. Stephen Hawking said AI is the worst thing happened to humans. Comment on this.
Sir, this is labeling a new innovation in a completely bad picture. Presently, I use Chat GPT, which is a generative AI. We can ask any type of question, and it would provide us answers. There are some issues that it might be biased or reflect our own tendencies of racism and genocide kind of history that we have in World War II. It can impose it. At the same time, if those people are empowered to develop AI that are much more socially aware, ethical, then we can develop systems of AI which can enhance our productivity and potential in future, sir. So I believe there is a need for humans to act rather than blame our innovation completely, sir.
Okay. Ravindra, you were a member of your football team in your college championship, sports championship.
Yes, sir.
Uh, for football, there are two main epicenters in India, Kerala and Northeast. Why is that so?
So traditionally, these states have provided the childhood skill or talent that is required to play a game better. In North India, it is mostly cricket that is played in gully. We call it gully cricket. Whereas in such states, that it is football that is started playing from a young age. So at the foundation level, the interest and aptitude of
Okay,
region.
Ravindra. Thank you.
What is your assessment?
Sir, I need to improve on the delivery, confidence, and calmness also, sir.
How many mocks by now?
So it is third.
Third. Beyond a point, I must flag this. Beyond a point, mocks are subject to the law of diminishing returns. What you get by way of preparation outweighs what the advantages of a mock. So have that in mind. You're a good candidate, all said and done. I've already told you this in our last interaction.
Yes, sir.
A little more effort, firstly in looking presentable, because even now your hair has not been combed neatly enough. And when it comes to, you see, when it comes to interacting with the board members, it always pays to be respectful and polite. At one point of time, you told one of the panelists, the talk was about social media, and you said in a rather brusque tone, I was talking about that only.
Yes.
That is not the correct way to address. You can say, sir, I was trying to make this a similar point, in a very polite and respectful fashion. It should not appear that you are confronting the person. That will be your loss only, in terms of reduced marks for the interview. I've already told you what is required, how to go about it. So now I would advise you, get to the hard task of sitting down, making those notes, that question bank, bullet points, and practicing. Maybe when the date comes out, closer to your interview date, you can take 1 or 2 more mocks, but not. Don't make it a run around of various institutions. Firstly, you'll get too many contradictory opinions also. So your mind will be in a world. Someone will tell you, no, sit like this. Someone will tell you, no, sit like this. And those are actually peripherals. What will matter in the end is how lucidly you are able to respond to the questions, and what is your worldview, whether it fits in that of a progressive officer. Yes. Best of luck.
This is your third mock and you are still short of confidence. Is there any particular reason why you seem to be so subdued and not happy? It seems that you are not happy to be here. Which on the other hand, it should be that you want to make your presence felt, and with your forceful nature, your presentability and your just presence, smile, understanding on everything, you make this a pleasant experience for both you as well as the panel members.
You're not 100% here.
I've been very nervous due to, I don't know why.
Why are you nervous? You have about at least 30 days more, if not 40 or plus. So why are you feeling nervous? The only answer to nervousness is to study little more and relax. You are doing mindful meditation, heartful meditation, and then you are feeling nervous. That is something which doesn't match. So, and it happens if you don't know and then you try to kind of think of result, then you will feel nervous. First thing, you accept that yes, I do not have much knowledge and there is time to study it. Sir has already told you in the first interaction itself as to how to prepare. Rather than thinking around too much and getting nervous, you start working on that.
Yes,
okay? All the best.
Can I get an idea of how many marks?
We'll get the detailed feedback.
Yeah.
Every member has.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.